Yeah, but I mean, you know, when you have so much money on the line, thanks to Injustice Pro Series presented by PlayStation 4, everyone's going to go for what they feel comfortable with. Oh. You know, if you're like, hey, I already know most of these Superman mind games. Why am I going to go and try to learn someone else when I have most of the fundamentals set already?
Right.
You know?
So I feel like the dynamic then may shift to where, oh, this new character, no one knows how to deal with them, and I'm really good at them. I think there's definitely a paradigm shift with that when it comes to the Injustice Pro Series.
That's definitely a very good point. So it kind of depends on what kind of strategy you want to go for. Do you want to go for the, I got a nice bag of tricks that no one's ever seen before, or I am solid enough that I can take the fundamentals I already know from the previous game and just apply it forward.
And you know, on the converse of that, the people who are playing against you also may have good experience against those legacy characters as well. So there's a lot of stuff in mind games going on in this. But we got a match coming up. We have Menzo versus former EVO champion KDZ.
KDZ, Injustice's first EVO champion. And KDZ going with Aquaman, again, a legacy player going, and I feel like we're only going to be seeing him playing Aquaman, Superman, and Black Adam.
Yep. Well, he won EVO with Superman.
Yes, he did.
So I've not seen his Aquaman very often, so this is good to see. Green Lantern's really controlling things right now, though.
Oh, yeah, sending KDZ closer to the corner, but going for that last lift and putting him back in the middle of the screen.
I expected a cross up there from Lantern on that one. But
yeah, it was a little ambiguous to see.
Lantern's one of those players, I mean, if you play online, if you're more of a casual fan, that low starter is always, you know it's coming, you know it's there, you know where it comes from, but you always get hit by it. Like that's Lantern's game.
It's a great move. It's a great footsie tool. Just knowing the spacing. KDZ tossing the trident full screen after the meter burn tentacle strike. That beam is so fast.
Yeah, if you meter burn that, it's one of the quicker projectiles, I would assume. And then also when he does have his character power on, he's able to slow down his projectiles and really kind of mix up how he wants to zone.
Oh, and the lift, was that a read? Did he pick up on KDZ's tendencies? And KDZ with the wake up trident, meter burn trident rush. KDZ does not want to give him the opportunity to clash. He's going to go for meter burn back three into back three. Those are not clashable.
That was a fine read there at the end from KDZ.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in that, you got to read the situation. You got to see what your opponent wants to avoid, and you should have saw that back three coming.
Right. Yeah, especially when you're at the end of a match, and you know that unclashable damage is very possible.
Exactly.
The back three meter burn is probably coming out, especially for Aquaman.
Oh man, it hits the entire screen.
Yeah, right?
Oh, the wake-up lift. KDZ thought he was going to keep him in the corner, not pressing any buttons. He's not anticipating the meter burn, the Trident Rush. Trident Rush is a great wake-up tool.
He's getting hit by a lot of wake-ups from Aquaman.
Great beam, but KDZ is pretty much in complete control here.
Yeah. KDZ just has that experience. He has that tournament experience where the nerves prior to affecting him.
Oh yeah,
and it's showing.
Absolutely. I mean, his win at EVO was not his first appearance at an EVO Grand Final.
Right.
He did get second in Soul Calibur a few years before that. So this guy knows all about pressure.
I said like I knew that. It's like, oh yes, I remember. I remember that.
No, it was a little bit before we got all this money.
Right.
But no, I mean, you're up there, everyone's screaming, like that pressure is on you. It hurts.
I mean, it's not just like everyone watching at home on Twitch. Like now that we have the Injustice Pro Series, like there is substantial. Some would say, I mean, like for me, for sure, that like life-changing money for a lot of these people if they do well in these things. So that's
a lot of pressure.
That's exciting too.
Never heard that one before.
All right, Opsi used 2 bars to get the health regain, 25%. KDZ just trying to check him, not really getting anything with tentacle strikes, and he catches him blocking low with the overhead. Back 3 into back 3, unclashable damage.
Oh, waiting for the...
He could have clashed that.
He could have.
If he reacted, but that was a very, very tiny window.
That's something we're seeing a lot today, too. We're seeing a lot of missed clash opportunities, which is a huge mechanic in the game, and can be a huge comeback mechanic in the game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you got to know when to clash during a combo.
Right.
And when you have the meter advantage, hopefully.
We've all had errant clashes where we were looking at the wrong bar. We've all had it, okay?
I thought I was on the left side.
Nope. I lost this clash. Alligators in play, or is it a crocodile? I'll have to look into it.
Tomato, tomato?
Yeah.
All right, KDZ on the verge of a 3-0 victory.
Ooh.
Ooh, doesn't finish the combo because he goes for the overhead reset, but drops the lift, but it doesn't matter. More resets, American style.
The lift has a little bit of different reaction in the corner, so you kind of have to wait on that a little bit.
Okay.
Which is why it drops sometimes there.
I feel like I want to see more whiff punishes with from Menzo. KDZ's doing a lot of instant jump ones, and they're just not getting punished by back one. By Menzo's back one.
Right.
You got to realize when your opponent whiffs in the air, you can just punish him as soon as he lands.
Right. Is that what they call a trip guard, or am I wrong?
No, yeah. That as soon as you're hitting someone as soon as they land.
Right.
But in this game, and a lot of games like even like Smash, you have recovery frames. A lot of them.
Right.
If like in this game, you can block as soon as you land if you didn't press a button. But in games like Street Fighter, you can still block right away.
Gotcha. And ends it off in a flashy style with
the super, the beautiful animation. I mean, you can see.
Kraken.
This game is just a full package. I mean, not just gameplay-wise, story-wise, character design-wise, visually. It's just, you guys utilize so much of the next-gen capabilities.
Right. I think everybody from the studio would say we're really proud of everything that's kind of happened with this game. I mean, the story mode's amazing. We have, all these different, the gear you can go get, the multiverse. There's so much to do, and that's really exciting for us. Because, there's people right now who are watching these streams who are not huge competitive players.
Exactly, yeah.
They want to be, or maybe they just want to watch, but they still have things that they can do that make them feel powerful. Because that's the thing. It's a superhero game. I think, number one, you want to feel powerful. And I feel like the game does that. That's exciting. And, speaking one more time about KDZ, it looks to me like he's still in good form.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's been grinding it out. He did make an appearance in that King of the Hill against Pick of the Hut, Slayer, Tom Brady. I feel like he didn't have his footing yet, but he used that opportunity to really learn a lot.
And you know KDZ very well.
Yeah, we're very good friends. We're both, we have the same local, and we pretty much train in Injustice 1 thoroughly, like day in, day out before that EVO performance. And, I wasn't able to make it there, but watching him from home was a very proud moment.
So I shouldn't feel bad when you're dropping all this Wikipedia knowledge on KDZ that I don't know.
It's my friend.
Yeah, right.
So playing solid is something that's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. Let the pros do it. So I like to have a bag of tricks, as you mentioned. So here in Injustice 2, there's not a lot of characters that have huge bags of tricks. They've made it an incredibly solid game. And the rest, shout outs to you.
Yeah, and shout outs to Warner Brothers.
And speaking of solid, you want to talk about a man that is solid from the ground up in Injustice in NRS history? KDZ's coming up next on stream.
Oh yes, absolutely. This guy is our first EVO champion of all Injustice. Some say that it was because of Superman, but what you have to realize is that there were 2 other Supermen in that same top 8, and he outbested all of them. Not only that, but he outbested DJT, one of the most incredible NRS players to this day still. You cannot touch DJT in so many of these NRS games.
He has so many EVO medals. He has, I believe he has one in MKX, Injustice, and MK9.
MK9, yeah. He was EVO champ third year. No, third year. It was that same year. He almost won both NRS games at that first EVO. He got first in MK9 and second in Injustice 2.
With the most craziest play against Rio's Cabal. This man, you want to talk about patience? If you want to just look at a match and define patience, look at
Finals.
Yes.
DJT versus Rio.
Oh, this man just crouched 800,432 projectiles. But he did play Cyrax, so all you do is hit him once.
Hey, you get that one hit is really hard to get. So
that is the glass cannon, and his opponent, Eevee over here. Eevee is actually a little bit of a veteran. He goes back to the Injustice 1 days.
And Eevee sporting with Harley Quinn. And KDZ going with the solid Aquaman.
Aquaman's such a good choice in Injustice 2, and I like all the changes with some of these characters. Even Aquaman, who was just an iron wall in Injustice 1, has his matchups that your characters can give him trouble, as KDZ flawlesses Eevee here to start us off. He did play Harley back in Injustice 1, but he's come back a little bit up because he wasn't back up.
Okay. I can respect that.
Absolutely.
KDZ,
Play to win, ladies and gentlemen at home.
KDZ putting on a clinic right now. Just bullying Harley, keeping her in the corner. Not much Emperor Eevee is doing, except just taking this trident over and over again. Here we go, getting on the board. Hyenas are out. KDZ blocks it.
Aquaman, not fair at all. Using weapons in a game like this after Savage and the wake up.
Emperor Eevee does have full bar right now. KDZ's probably going to try to avoid the class situation. Probably going to confirm into some kind of bounce or go into Tentacle Strike Meter Burn.
Fantastic block. And if you're KDZ, he's punished that now twice with down one. If he wants to max damage it, you know you're going to punish it. Down one, EX from the deep. Massive damage. Oh, here comes the hyena! And how KDZ made it through that was ridiculous. There was a hyena coming to chomp at his feet.
The cupcake coming right at him.
And there was an air shot coming, and he just jumped with him. He can see us. Did you see that wink? He knew.
He knows. He knows. All the veterans are very good with playing with the camera when it's on them. They can see it in the corner of their eye.
Giving us a little bit of a show here.
Great trade by KDZ.
Okay, so he went for it there. He went for the punish, missed it a little bit, but there he was going for that down one GX from the deep. That is max damage punish from Aquaman with a 6-frame button.
KDZ opting not to go for the bounce or for the transition, keeping Harley Quinn in the corner. However, she does have an interactable at her disposal to get her out of the corner and into the middle of the stage.
And back 1, 2, 3, so strong from Aquaman. +2 on block, and it is his only plus string that does not have a gap in it. 1, 1, 2, 3 has a gap, even though it's +5, I believe, and 4, 1, 2, 3, which is at +7, I believe, has 2 gaps in it. So it's always good to throw back 1, 2, 3. There's almost no reason
Back
not
1, 2, 3, yeah, it's very, very solid string.
They did take away the Phantom hitbox on the 2 and back 1, 2, so it can no longer anti-cross up.
Yes, I remember that.
Good thing there.
That was pretty bad. But they did fix the hitbox on the back 2. Remember how bad the hitbox on the back 2 was?
Yes.
It wouldn't anti-air anything.
But there are still ways for Aquaman to gain plus frames in mix without gaps. His stand 3 is also plus. I mean, and his EX water shield also plus. He's got a lot of plus frames. They gave Aquaman a lot of plus frames, and you see here KDZ just running away with it right now. He has also a lot of plus frames on hit. That's why everyone loves Trident Rush now.
Plus frames on EX, EX.
He'll always have the bar, so you're either going to be -5 or plus enough to almost guarantee a back 1 check midstream, and in the corner, it's open season, baby. And Eevee here going with one of those characters that can give out the next trouble in this game, as you saw earlier with Forever King and Dab.
Oh man, that was incredible. Forever King up against the ropes and making this miraculous comeback against one of the best players in the NorCal scene.
And oh, look at the shimmy between these two. KDZ does not want to do it from the deep. And he's keeping that simple. I like that he's doing that jump to combo. It still does an insane amount of damage, but he's not risking the back 3 whiffing. Because in most cases, you have to walk forward and then back 3.
Yeah, and I think he also didn't want the transition. He wanted to keep the corner situation. He wanted to just... But unfortunately, Black Adam does just jump out of there. Are we going to go scoop throw? He tried to go for it to put him back towards the corner. Fortunately, he dropped the throw part, or the forward 2 part.
And this is the mix that you saw exactly from Dad. When they're respecting the +2, you just keep the train rolling, baby. That was a big whip from Eevee. Oh, and that's an easy hit confirm on a Trident. Once you see the first couple stabs hit, you meet a bird, you mash that board. Okay.
He did stop screaming.
He did stop screaming. That, you know what? And I'm
Did
not
you just realize that right now?
No, someone actually told me that today, but I did not know that until someone told me today. And you know what? I'm not too sure. I really liked it.
I heard a little grunt, or was that Black Adam just getting hit?
That might have been Black Adam getting stabbed 40,000 times for reference here. But you know what? The crowd always got into the EX Trident Rush.
Oh yeah.
Everyone in the crowd. Oh, what a great!
Let's ask Ed Boon to patch it back in.
Sound guys, you think we can get Aquaman screaming for his life? And the 4-3!
Oh, KDZ drops the combo.
Ungrabbable in the plus frames, and Eevee this time trying to disrespect it. Looked like he tried to down one Palpatine lightning hands, and just the lightning hands came out. KDZ taking his 3-0, looking clean.
Very, very solid play. Really nothing. Really not lacking in anything, any department. Had solid defense, had a solid offense, knew exactly where he was at all times. In this game is so important. What's awesome about these NRS games, compared to a lot of other fighting games is that
I had no idea. I was like, I knew it.
you have to be so aware of your stage, your surroundings, what interactables are available to you, what corners your opponent has access to jumping out using interactables.
Your opponent's meter, are they going to air tech? Are they going to meter roll it? There's so many factors.
Your opponent's trait, how slowly it's building up, if it's going up or not, if it's ready to go. So much management everywhere.